You just landed a brand deal. They send over the contract, you skim it over, everything looks fine, you sign it, and then 6 months later, your face ends up in one of these YouTube ads that you never agreed to. And that's not a hypothetical, that happens. Today, I'm gonna show you exactly how to make sure that it never happens to you. Whether it's an influencer agreement or a UGC contract, I'm gonna give you the content creator legal tips that you can actually use. By the end of this video, you'll know how to negotiate your next brand deal. Here's what most contract videos get wrong. They make you feel like contracts are something to survive, something to hand off or avoid or just hope for the best for. But as an attorney who works with content creators and small business owners, I want to flip that completely. Your contract is not the scary part. Not knowing what's in the contract, that's the scary part. So let's fix that right now. What a contract actually does. At its core, a contract is just a documented agreement. It spells out what you're delivering and when, how much you're getting paid and when, who owns the content, how your content can be used, how many revisions are included, and what happens if the other side doesn't follow through. That's it. Most deals go fine, but when something goes sideways, and sometimes it does, your contract is the only thing standing between you and working for free. Let's say for a quick example, you agree to one round of revisions, you deliver, then the brand comes back and they want another round. Then another one. If your contract is airtight, you have a very simple answer for them. I'll show you exactly what that language looks like in a second, but first, let's talk about the mistake most creators make before they even get to that point. Creator contracts are not the same as standard business contracts. They include terms that generic contracts just don't cover. Usage rights, exclusivity, whitelisting, ad permissions. Using the wrong contract doesn't just leave gaps, it leaves you exposed. And no, protecting yourself with the right contract is not doing too much. It's doing what a CEO does. So who sends the contract? Usually the brand will send one, but if they don't, especially with smaller brands, sometimes they won't. You need to have your own ready. If money is moving and content is being created, something needs to get signed before work begins. That's a non-negotiable. No handshakes, no we'll figure it out after. Clarity protects everyone, including you. Once you sign, you're legally bound to every word in that document. I've seen contracts where extra deliverables were buried into the language, usage rights were quietly expanded, and ad permissions were included that were never discussed out loud. Sometimes that's intentional, sometimes it's genuinely an oversight. Either way, if you signed it, you agreed to it. Remember that revision boundary I mentioned earlier? Here's the language you want to use. Brand is entitled to one round of revisions. Additional revisions will be billed at X rate per round. It's simple, it's clear, it's enforceable. But usage rights, this is where the real money and the real risk live. You discuss just generic social media use, but the contract says that the brand can use your content in perpetuity worldwide across all media. That means billboards, TV spots, print campaigns, paid ads, literally everything. That's not a social media deal, that's a licensing deal, and it should be priced like one. If whitelisting is involved, meaning they want to run paid ads through your account or your likeness, that needs to be explicitly defined and compensated separately. Your content is an asset. Your face is an asset. They shouldn't just be signed away casually. A lot of creators treat the contract like it's the brand's document and their job is just to get through it. No, this is a mutual agreement. Your protections matter just as much. Push for clear payment terms. The when, the how, the what happens if they're late. Revision rounds, how many are included? Posting window, when does the content go live? Cancellation terms, what if they pull out after you've already started creating? If it's not written in, ask for it to be added. The best contracts are balanced on both sides and you're allowed to ask for that. Terms you need to know. Indemnification, non-disparagement, exclusivity, whitelisting. If any term is unfamiliar, don't just smile and sign. Ask the brand to clarify. Or for high value deals, bring in an attorney to review before you commit. Yes, legal review is a business expense. Yes, it's absolutely worth it. Factor it into your rates. You do not have to accept a contract as it's written. You can push back on usage scope, revision limits, payment timelines, exclusivity windows, anything that doesn't work for you. This is called redlining and it's completely normal and professional. Will every brand agree to every change? No, but staying silent guarantees you nothing. Negotiating is not ungrateful. It is not aggressive. It's what women who know their value do without apology. Here's what I want you to take from this. Too many talented women, especially women of color, have signed contracts that they don't understand, giving away rights they didn't even know they had. That stops with you. Read the contract, ask the questions, negotiate the terms, know what you're agreeing to before you agree to it. You're not just a creator, you're a business owner. And your work, your image, your brand deserves to be protected. If this was useful, subscribe because we're diving deep into contracts, trademarks, and everything to legally protect what you're building. Protect your work, own your future. I'll see you guys in the next video.